Hello, everybody. How are you guys doing on today? I am super, super excited because I get to hang out with author Marty Wingate on today. And guys, we will be talking about her latest release, hot off the press, A Body at the Dance Hall. Y'all know we're going to talk about this title as well. Marty, thank you so much for accepting the invitation and coming and hanging out with us here at the cafe. We here at the cafe, I know you and I was talking a little bit behind the scene. I was like, I love a good cozy mystery as well. So I want to allow you, my friend, to introduce yourself to the people.
Well, thank you, Angela. I'm so happy to be here and thank you for having me on your podcast. I am an author of several cozy mystery series. The current one is historical, so it's still cozy, amateur sleuth, and
Yes.
it's set in 1920s London. So I had a fabulous time doing all the research for it, of course.
Yes.
So the story is centered on the
Wow.
main
And I
character.
love that.
Yeah. Mabel Canning is the main character, and she is now. Remember, this is the early 20s. She has left her village, her home out in Sussex, in the country, moved up to London to be a modern. Well, I every time I say she's a modern woman, I don't know who remembers that old movie with Julie Andrews, Thoroughly Modern Millie, but that's what Mabel's trying to be. She's living on her own, and she's got a job.
Uh huh.
So her
Oh,
job is
wow.
yeah, and her job is with a temp agency.
Yes.
The temp agency, useful women was a
It,
real
it
thing.
is.
Yeah, and that I just love that because I got to research the woman that owned the company. She had all these women on her register who would do all sorts of jobs. They could do domestic stuff, mending
Wow.
lace, helping with, or they could give lectures or write articles. So Mabel ends up, of course, solving murders.
Wow. Wow. I love that. I love that. And guys, if you are just joining us, I am super duper excited because we are hanging out with Marty Wingate. And oh my goodness, guys, if you like a cozy mystery, this is one for you. A Body at the Dance Hall. And not only that, Marty also just spilled a little bit of tea. This is actually a historical and it's like the 1920s as well. So, Marty, of course, I was so there for the attire, the clothes, all that good stuff. I was so here for that. Who doesn't like the 20s, right?
Oh, yeah. And this is just about, in fact, book three, this book, A Body at the Dance Hall, introduces a young woman who, Mabel's 32. She's companion for a young American woman who's come to stay with her father,
Yes.
whom she hasn't seen since she was 3. So they're not getting along very well.
Right.
And so Roxanne is sort of like the introduction of a flapper. She's because it's still early in the 20s in the book. So she's got not just the bobbed hair, but she's got the shorter skirts and the slim look. So all that bulkiness from the Edwardian era and before World War One was going away. Uh,
Right.
I have a great time researching the fabric and the styles and the hats. Oh my gosh, the hats.
Wow. Yeah, and that was one of the things that I noticed that either if they didn't have the hats, they had like the headbands
Yeah.
as well. Now, how cool was that for you to research that stuff for this particular series and this particular book?
Yes, it was so. I have my sites to go to. We can do all of our research online now. I know just where to go to look and see what would be an afternoon dress for a woman to go out if she's going to tea somewhere or visiting. Or that's different from a day dress if you're shopping,
Right.
or certainly different from an evening dress. So, oh my
Uh-huh.
gosh, it's amazing. And the hats, I love the big Edwardian hats with piles of tulle and stuff on top of them.
Yes.
We've got cloches and bicorn hat. The first silent film of Three Musketeers had come out, and a bicorn hat was all the rage for women.
Wow.
It looked like D'Artagnan or something. Uh,
Uh-huh.
so one of Mabel's friends, one of the characters in the book, designs hats. So I've got Cora designing all.
Yes. Look, and I love how we're gonna get into it a little bit, but I also love how in this particular book, it's like it's the attention to the detail. Let me just tell you, when you're reading, it's like, okay, let me just tuck that away. Let me tuck that away. I love that. I love that. Now, Marty, I want to ask you a little bit about this. We love titles here. We love book covers, all of that good stuff. Now, a body at the dance hall. Spill a little tea, Marty. Was this your
Yeah.
original working title, or this title came a little later?
Well, fortunately, some authors are so good with titles, and I'm not one of them.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll know a title, but I love it. My agent once said that titles and covers are committee decisions. So the book is yours, the author writes the book, but everybody discusses the title and creates the
Okay.
creates.
Okay.
So I knew book one was some Mabel opens the door and a dead body falls on the doorstep. So that's a body
Yeah.
on the doorstep. Book
Uh-huh.
two was there's a seance going on. So it's a body at the seance. So I
Okay.
knew this was going to be set at a dance hall, a lot of the where the action was. So
Okay.
my publisher just, they slotted that word to whatever we needed. So at least you know where you are.
Yes. Y'all already know, and they are, Marty. Let me tell you, they are having a ball in the comment section. They are so excited about the fact that it is a mystery. Dahlia said, "If it's a mystery, I'm right here. Love mysteries." Yes, Dahlia, this is a cozy mystery, my friend. And I want to ask you this, Marty, because this is book three. Now,
Mhm.
can like if someone just came along and started with this one, do they have to read them in order, or no, they can start in any order?
Nothing, there are no spoilers. You could pick
Okay.
this book up and read it first, and then I hope that you will think, oh, I want to read more about Mabel, and go back to book one
Yeah.
or two and start there. That'd be
Yes.
fine.
And Marty, I am so with Helen. She was like, I love books written during the roaring 20s era as well. So, Helen, you get a 2-in-1 because this is a historical written in the 20s, as well as it is a cozy mystery, my friend. Marty, we are super duper excited about A Body at the Dance Hall. Now, let me ask you this, Marty, because you said that you do have several series, and this is the London Ladies Myrtle Club series. What inspired this series?
Well, I was reading an article about a woman who, in the 20s, she was involved with gardens and houses, saving old houses. And it mentioned that she worked for this woman named Lillian Carr at the Useful Women Agency. And I thought,
Wow.
this is a real thing. So I started Googling useful women, and
Yeah.
I found some old newspapers that had interviews with this woman. I found her ads for useful women. She had a list, booklet number 8. Mabel keeps talking about booklet number 8 in the series.
Yes.
That list, and this was actually in the article, listed 99 things her useful women could do. And like I said, earlier, it could be everything from mending lace to, writing an article to taking children to the
Right.
zoo. And the last thing on the list, actual useful women list, was private investigation. And I thought,
Wow.
well, there you are. I told my agent about it, and she said, oh, yeah, this is the one.
Look, Marty, talk about a plot for a book and a series. I
Yeah,
love that. How
yeah,
cool is that?
yeah.
Yes. And not only that, Marty, it's also not only is it the 20s, but it's 1920s London.
Yeah. It's
How
exciting.
cool
I
is
mean, I
that?
tell you, it's like the city was a mix of the underground. If you've ever read anything about transportation in London, the underground, the tube, there was the underground. There were trams. There were buses. There were now cars on the road, and
Yeah.
there were still horse carts going by. It was a
Yes.
really
Yes.
wild time.
I love that. Well, guys, if you are just joining us, we are hanging out with author Marty Wingate on today. Guys, she has a new release for us. It's a cozy mystery. It is called A Body at the Dance Hall. And let me just tell you, Marty don't waste any time. Okay, she hits you with a headliner at the beginning. She captures your attention, all of that good stuff, and you will find out early on, and you will be a detective. You will put your sleuth hat on, and you are already trying to find out and help solve this mystery of this gentleman that gets murdered at the dance hall. Now, Marty, I love a cover. Tell
Mhm.
us a little bit about this cover for A Body at the Dance Hall. What was it like when you saw your final cover for this book?
Well, I just love it because they captured that moment in time when things were changing from World War One to getting to more modern times. The women's dresses are beautiful. This is Mabel in the front with the blue, the long. She wasn't really wearing long gloves, but I love the picture. And the drinks, of course, it's sort of like the Thin Man. If you remember seeing any of those old movies with, in fact, very much like Thin Man, with Charles and Nora out, at dance halls drinking champagne and martinis. And also on the cover, a very important part of every book in the London Ladies Murder Club is Gladys the dog. Gladys is a terrier, and little Gladys is in the corner of the cover there. And
Yes.
I tell you, she is a character in the books. Everybody wants Gladys in the books because they love her so much.
Yes, yeah, and I love Gladys's character in the book, as well. So thank you for mentioning Gladys the dog's character as well, guys. If you're just joining us, we are hanging out with Marty Wingate on today, and of course, if you have a question or two, I definitely put it in the comment section. We'll be sure to include you, and of course, Marty will be sharing with us in just a little bit. She'll be sharing with us just a little snippet of A Body at the dance hall, and we will also be sharing with you how you can get your hands on a copy of this book as well. Oh my goodness. Oh, see, let me tell you, Marty, you are just making their day on today. Dahlia said, "Ooh, that's interesting. A dog character as well. I love it. I love it. I love it." Now, Marty, how would you describe your writing style or your writing tagline for your books that you write?
Well, I do like so I like a cozy mystery. I like the characters are just topmost. I love the mystery. I love the puzzle, but the characters just seem to get into my head and sort of guide me through the story, as it
Uh-huh.
were. So I'm always looking for a little bit of humor. I love adding humor to my
Oh,
books, and so if there and once again, Gladys is kind of the star of that. If there's a sausage in the room, she's going to eat it. So I have a
right.
great time with that. Yeah. So it's really really fun. I don't know where these characters come from. They get in my head, but there they are. Sometimes I even know their name right away. I knew Mabel's name immediately as soon as I thought about the.
Okay.
It's weird.
Okay.
Other times, I'm sure other authors say this too. Other times, I think of a character and I wonder. I think, what is your name? And I collect names and I'll go through the list. Are you? No. Are you? And then all of a sudden, I'll think, oh, that's who you are. That's your name.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's
That is
kind of
super cool.
fun.
So you kind of have a running list of names, and then depending on the book you're working with, you working in to see who fits what name, what character fits what name. That is
That's
super cool. Thank you for sharing that. Look, now, Marty, now speaking of characters, okay. When you can think about your books as a whole, but also pertaining to this series, the London Ladies Murder Club series, and A Body at the Dance Hall. What came first for Marty for A Body at the Dance Hall? Was it the
well,
characters? And we know that
yeah,
some of them are returning characters, or was
yes.
it the plot?
Well, I saw the dance hall that's in the book was a real dance hall. Hammersmith Palais de
Oh,
Dance, and I saw pictures of it, and it was beautiful. It was huge. They had two bandstands, so one band could play and
yeah.
one rest, and back and forth, dancing, drinking. It just looked so elegant. It looked like one of those old movies. So I saw that scene, and I thought, well, what could be the problem here?
Oh,
and
okay.
and I realized that Mabel really needed a job, one of her useful women jobs that uh, where she had to take care of someone she didn't really get along with. And
Right.
all of a sudden, here came this obnoxious teenager from America, because it's all set in London, and
Right.
Roxanne has ties, and so then it's like one thing leads to another. It's like all these little branches of things go out from that
Yes.
idea.
Wow, I love that. I love that. Now, I want to talk about the characters a little bit. And so, for those who may be new to this series, the London Ladies Murder Club series, or what have you, I'm going to talk a little bit about the characters in this particular book, and then I'm going to have you to describe them for us. So, of course, let's start with Mabel. How would you describe Mabel Cannon? And you can use 3 words or more to describe her.
Although she's 32, she feels like she's a modern woman and has just left home.
Yes.
She's independent. She's certainly trustworthy.
Yes.
She doesn't put up with people annoying her.
No.
Yeah, and she has a few special skills. One of her special skills is
She does.
she can look at someone's handwriting, and she hears music. She
Yes.
plays the piano. Back in those days, everybody learned how to play the piano. She could play the
Uh-huh.
piano. So she'll look at someone's handwriting and she'll think, "Oh, that sounds like that lovely sonata by Chopin." And often,
Yeah.
what she picks up from their handwriting helps her figure things out as she goes forward in the mystery.
Ooh. Got see,
So,
she spilled a little bit of tea for you guys. She spilled a little bit of tea. I love
yeah,
it. I
there you
love
are.
it.
There you are. She's really good at reading upside down.
She
She'll look
is.
across
Yes.
at what Miss Carr is writing, and she can see if it's a job she
Right.
wants her in. So,
I love that. I
yeah.
love that. Now, and of course, you told us a little bit about the teenager, Roxanne or Roxy, who is an American, and she is visiting her father, guys, in London. And basically, she has to have not, I mean, I guess you can call it a chaperone or a companion to, and of course, she's 18, so she is really not wanting to have that as well. But what can you tell us about Roxy?
Well, she thinks that, she was born in England, and then her parents got
Yeah.
divorced, and her mother was American, so her mother took her off to Chicago, and she hasn't
Yes.
seen her father since she was 3, so she's got a lot of
Right.
pent-up resentment about that.
Mhm.
And her father has remarried, so she doesn't like her stepmother. She doesn't like anybody. She doesn't like being
I
there. And Mabel, she just has to kind of take a little hammer and try to crack her here and try to crack her there until something happens. And she's just a young woman that is really trying to figure out her way. So
Right, yeah.
she starts out pretty annoying. What can you say? She is annoying, but she's going to go to a dance hall, and Mabel has to be her chaperone, and so there we go.
Right, exactly, exactly. And Marty, you gotta share a little bit about her dad, Mr. Arkwright. What can you tell us about him?
Oh yeah, Rupert Arkwright is uh, very he's a good looking man. He's in his 50s, and married to Adelaide, who's a lovely woman, really, but quiet. But Rupert is a
Yes.
self-made man. He's not one of the gentry, the landed gentry in England. He's someone who worked his way up
Yeah.
in a steel company until he got to the top. And so they live in
That's
Belgravia, which
right.
is a
Yeah.
lovely part of London. Beautiful squares and beautiful white
Uh-huh.
rows of houses and lots of trees. Um, he, uh, he he does not know what to do with his daughter. He is just totally flummoxed. She
Right.
appears, she's yelling at everybody, she's slamming doors, and he didn't know what to do. He is just, and that's not like him, you know. He usually knows how to handle a situation.
Right. I love that. I love that. Guys, if you're just joining us, hanging out with Marty and Wingate, her hot off the press new and cozy mystery, A Body at the Dance Hall. It is available now, hot off the press. We will be sharing with you how you can get your hands on a copy of this cozy mystery that is set in the 1920s London. Now, okay, Marty, it is your time to read us a short snippet. I'm going to allow you to set the stage and to let us know. And then we are ready when you are.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Angela. Well, I've got a really short piece. It's right at the beginning. Mabel's got the assignment. She's going to be this young woman's companion while she's visiting London. So Mabel shows up at the house in Belgravia. When she rings the doorbell, she hears a scream from inside. And by
Right.
the time it's just and by the time she goes in, Roxanne's nowhere to be found, and her
Right.
father, stepmother are there, and the butler, of course, and so she, she's used to taking matters in hand, and so Mabel says, "Why don't I go upstairs and talk with her?" And her father is
Right.
so happy about that. Yes, yes, you go on. So this is a real short scene where Mabel goes upstairs to Roxanne's room. It's the first time they've met. Now, I have to warn you, I write books that are set in England, but I do not do the accents. So you pretend you're hearing a British accent until Roxanne talks, and then she's American. How's that?
Right.
Okay, here we go. Mabel tapped lightly on the door. "Go away," came a shout from within. "Miss Arkwright." "I said," a pause. "Who is it?" "I'm Mabel Canning. May I come in?" "Yes." Roxanne sat in an upholstered armchair with her knees drawn up to her chin and her stockinged feet tucked under a pillow and a scattering of magazines on the floor around her. She turned away, but Mabel still had caught sight of her face, blotchy from crying. She had a long, elegant neck and wore a collarless dress, setting off her straight auburn hair cut in a short bob, an uneven cut that went up and down and down and up as if done in a hurry by an amateur hand. Perhaps this was the style in Chicago, America. Regardless, she looked fairly miserable, and Mabel's heart went out to her. "Miss Arkwright, I've been engaged to be your companion and show you around town while you're visiting. Did your father tell you?" Roxanne turned a venomous look on Mabel. "I don't need a nursemaid," she said, biting off each word, "and I told him so. I'm 20 years old and can do as I like. I don't want to see London, so you can leave the way you came." Mabel's sympathy evaporated. She wanted the job, but then again, she didn't want it if her days would be filled with childish tantrums. "Very well," Mabel said, exuding a calm she did not feel. "I'm sure that will suit your father. Think of the aggravation you will save him if you lock yourself up in this room for your entire visit." She turned to go. "Wait," Roxanne said, and then paused for a moment. "Where would we go?" "Museums, galleries," Mabel said. "Anywhere you like." Roxanne smiled, and the corners of her mouth curled up just like her father's. "That sounds swell, Miss Canning." "Good," Mabel said. "Now I'm going downstairs for a cup of tea. Will you join me?" "I suppose I will." "By the way," Mabel said, "your father told me you were 18." Roxanne's smile evaporated and she leaned over to pull on her shoes. "What does he know?"
I love it. As y'all can see, she gave you a little taste of Roxy. Oh my goodness. And that's just a little bit, guys. It's just a tip of the iceberg. I love that. I love that as well. Thank you so much for sharing with us on today, Marty Wingate. And of course, Marty, there is a round of look. I wanted to let you know that they were saying keep going. And then Myra Cook said that this was a great as well. Dahlia said that Roxy is a feisty
It
as
is.
well. Oh my goodness. So Marty, we're getting ready to play a round of this or that, my friend. But I promise you, there is no right or wrong answer because it is all things according to Marty Wingate. Are you ready, my friend?
I am ready.
All right, let's get started. First up, Marty, small town or big city?
Big city.
Okay. Morning person or night owl?
Morning, definitely morning person.
Okay. Okay. Marty, are you glass half full or glass half empty?
Oh, I try really hard to be glass half full. I
Okay.
try.
Okay. Marty, we are taking a trip, my friend. Are we going on a plane ride? Or are we going on a road trip? Plane ride or road trip?
Oh, we're going on a plane. I want to get to where I'm going.
Okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, Marty, are we doing the countryside? Are we doing beach? Countryside or beach?
Beach. I
Okay.
love the
Okay.
seaside. I love it.
I love it. I love it. Now, Marty, this one is for the cafe, my friend. Are you team tea? Are you team coffee or team something stronger?
Could I pick all three?
All three. Hey, I love it. Marty is all
I,
three, guys.
I start out with tea in
I
the
love
morning.
that.
I start out with tea, but then I need coffee later in the morning. And then by the time it's 5 o'clock, by golly.
I love that. I love that. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much, Marty, for playing a round of this or that with us as well. And of course, there is a giveaway, and I'm going to
Mm.
allow Marty to share with us what her giveaway is going to be on this evening. Marty, we're ready when you are.
All right. Well, the giveaway is an ebook copy of A Body at the Dance Hall, number 3 in the London Ladies Murder Club. So there you are. Now, how do they enter, Angela?
This is how they enter. I love it. And Marty, you get to help me out, my friend. So we're going to go up and down the comment section. You're going to tell me when to stop. And when you tell me to stop, the person that I land on, they will receive an ebook copy of A Body at the Dance Hall. All
All
right,
right.
Marty, I am ready when you are.
We're spinning the wheel here. All right. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Stop.
Okay. Okay. Helen Gibson, it's your day, my friend. You are the winner of an ebook copy of A Body at the Dance Hall. If you will inbox me your email information, I'll be sure to get that over to Marty Wingate, and we will get you your ebook copy of A Body at the Dance Hall. I love it. Congratulations, and thank you so much for
Yeah.
joining us on today. Now, Marty, can you share with us, my friend, what did you enjoy about writing this cozy mystery set in the 20s, London 20s, A Body at the Dance Hall? What did Marty enjoy about writing this story?
I really loved to see Roxanne's journey through the murders and
Mm,
everything, that were going on, starting from where we saw her just then, that piece I read. She has some ups and downs. She has some surprises for everybody around her. Uh, I discovered those. Mabel discovered those as we went through the book, and I think that was one of my favorite things.
wow, I love that. I love that as well. And they are congratulating Helen. And
Yeah.
Helen said, Yay, thank you. She's already downloaded book 1 to read the series in order. I love that. I love that as well. And she's saying, Thank you, Myra, for telling her congratulations as well. Now, I want for you to share with us, Marty, A Body at the Dance Hall. For you, in addition to this book, what is it about that cozy mystery that Marty enjoys?
I love seeing a woman take hold of something and think, "I can figure this out." And
I can figure this out.
I don't it's not that I don't like the bumbling policeman kind of, I don't like that kind of stock character. The policemen in my books, they're good policemen, but there's something
They are.
about the cozy main character, the amateur sleuth, that
Yes.
can see the crime a different way from the police, and
Right.
that's how she solves it. That's how it happens.
I love that. I love that. Well, Marty, the time goes by so fast. And thank you so much for joining us here at the cafe to talk about your new release of Body at the Dance Hall. And I know that they are in the audience. They want to know, how can they get their hands on a copy of A Body at Dance Hall? And it is available in ebook and print. Is that correct?
Ebook and print and an audiobook for people who
Ooh,
like to
and
listen.
audio.
Indeed.
Yay! So available in all three. Can you share with us how we can get our hands on a copy of those?
Certainly. You can go straight to Amazon and you can search for the title. You can search for my name and you'll find it that way. You can go to my website if you want to, martywingate.com. All of those ways will lead you to the book.
I love that. I love that. And in addition, Marty, of course, please share with us, how can we stay connected with you?
Oh, thank you, Angela. Yes, on my website, you can sign up for my newsletter. And I got to tell you, you're not going to be inundated with newsletters. I'm lucky if I get one out a year. So, but it'll update for everybody on books. You can follow me on BookBub. You can find my author page on Facebook. Those are the main places I'm hanging out.
I love that, guys. There you have it. Be sure to follow her on social media. Be sure to go to her website, sign up for her newsletter as well. You can also see her backlist, some of the other series that she has, all of that good stuff as well. Marty, it has been amazing, my friend, hanging out with you on today. Thank you so much for joining us here at the cafe. And I want to allow you, my friend, to have the last words of what you want to say to the people.
Oh, thank you, Angela. Well, first of all, I so appreciate you having me on today. This has been, the half hour flew by. It was so much fun.
It
I appreciate
did.
that. And I appreciate how much you enjoy not just my book, but the other authors that you interview too. It's so great to meet enthusiastic readers. And I love it that everybody listened in today and other people will listen to the recording. Uh, so this is what we love. Authors are kind of solitary figures. We sit in our rooms typing away, but it's so great to chat with other people about it. So thank you.
I love that. Thank you so much, Marty. And guys, if you look straight back behind Marty, you'll see all three of the books in the series
Oh,
as well. And like we
yeah.
said, they are all three available now. Of course, A Body at the Dance Hall is hot off the press and it is available now. And as Marty has shared with us, it's available in ebook, audio, and print. So whatever suits your fancy, go out and get a copy. And of course, once you read it, be sure to leave a review. I know that author Marty Wingate will be so
Yeah.
appreciative of that. And be sure to tell a friend to tell a friend. And because it's a cozy mystery, you might even want to do a buddy read with someone as well. Well, Marty, and thank you so much for joining us on today. And guys, to stay connected with me, feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Angela Anderson's YouTube. You can follow me on social media, Angela Anderson Presents on Facebook and Instagram as well. And guys, we hope that you have an amazing day. And of course, y'all know what we're going to say. Have an amazing day, because we're having an amazing day. And until next time, we'll see you later. Go get you a copy of A Body at the Dance Hall. I love it. All right. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.